how long does it take for a body to turn black and green? It all comes down to your blood and your local mortician. In the hours and days following our deaths, our body breaks down and goes through many phases. It changes color several times to produce a gruesome rainbow and eventually rots until it's just a pile of bones. The position and consistency of our blood also change quite a bit during this process, and these different stages can help morticians work out when you might have died. Unless some whip-smart killer has hidden your body, or you've expired in a remote location far from civilization, this process will probably be interrupted by some arm of the funeral industry.
Here is your handsome rest king in 7-gauge steel, with a choice of finish in 8 color combinations.
The process of breakdown begins pretty much immediately when our heart stops beating. On average, adults have at least 6 quarts of blood in their bodies, and its circulation throughout the body keeps organs functioning. Of course, in death, that circulation grinds to a halt, and the temperature of your now useless meat suit will begin to cool rapidly. The first phase of decomposition is known as pallor mortis, in which a corpse turns that deathly pale shade we find so chilling within just 15 to 20 minutes. Algor mortis, the cooling off process that accompanies it, will turn the body's blood supply stone cold. Under normal conditions, the body cools down at a rate of about 1.5 degrees centigrade per hour. As the blood in your body begins to settle, gravity causes it to pool in certain areas, resulting in a blotchy discoloration of the skin. This process is called livor mortis, and it takes about 2 to 4 hours to occur. Investigators doing autopsies will often use the lividity of a corpse to work out the time of death by pressing on the surface of the skin to check if it leaves a white mark. This so-called blanching will cease to happen when the blood is completely settled and become fixed at the surface, which only takes about 6 hours or so. After that, natural biological changes conspire to hold the blood where it's pooled and settled, even if the body's position changes. That part of the process is called fixation of lividity. In the morgue, if you're not being cremated, morticians bring this unsightly process to a halt by removing the blood during the embalming procedure, thus ensuring that you don't turn into a pile of goo before the funeral.
Mr. Bloomberg's dead. I'm getting him ready so his family can see him for the last time and say goodbye to him.
They do this by draining your body and replacing your blood with a formaldehyde solution. Formaldehyde freezes time and halts the process of rot, at least for a little while, keeping you looking fresh for the funeral or wake. During the procedure, the jugular vein is held open with forceps, and the blood is siphoned away. Once so precious, the now useless leftover blood can present something of a problem for mortuaries, which are typically left with a gallon or two of the stuff after draining a corpse. The blood is unceremoniously washed down the drain, like other waste materials, and it can even clog up wastewater treatment plants if they aren't alerted to the incoming torrent. Assuming there's no human interference, though, after the first 48 hours, the body enters the late phases of decomposition. A corpse will eventually turn a frightening shade of zombie-like blackish green as the hemoglobin in the blood combines with gases and turns into the sulfhemoglobin, which is, according to Merriam-Webster, a green pigment found in putrefied organs and cadavers. The veins that once ferried blood around the living body will also begin to turn black, creating a marble-like appearance as the body essentially falls apart. How quickly the green tint occurs is dependent on temperature. In more temperate climates, it takes just 2 to 3 days. From here, the remains begin to rot, and microorganisms and insects will start to break the body down. The process of decomposition is normally pretty uniform, but there are some exceptional circumstances that can change how the blood appears as the body decays. For example, if the body has suffered massive blood loss, the corpse will be uncharacteristically pale. On the other hand, nitrate poisoning can make a body turn brown during livor mortis, and carbon monoxide poisoning will make it appear bright red.